What's up, everyone? First off, I saw Dr. Antoinette pop in here. Good morning, girl. You were missed last week. I see you, Regina Shorts. I see you, Adrian. I see you, Tracy Newmy. Back up. Let me go to Adrian. Y'all didn't put it in the wall yet, but I'll do it later on today. But y'all, Adrian is now a poll worker. She called me Friday, so excited, and I was excited right with her. So she is officially a poll worker for the elections. I see you, Tracy Newmy. I see you, my brother, Louis Pryor III. I see you, Camille Jones. I see you, Marion Jackson. Who else is in here? Deborah Johnson. Jeffrey Payne coming in from YouTube. Good morning to you. I see you, Danielle. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Dr. Antoinette said it was vacay. Okay, you allowed. I see you, Tracy Burris. Good morning to all of you. So much is happening on this Facebook platform that the team and I were talking about it even this morning. Like, what is going on? They've changed the pages. Some of you let me know that you could not find Thursday's live. They now pop up as live events, and once the live event is over, it's gone. I'm trying to figure out how we can keep that on here. So, y'all, we're still working through some of this. Thank you so much for being patient with us with everything that's happening. Y'all, it is Monday. Y'all, it is October. Hello, October. Y'all, this year is just flying by if y'all haven't noticed that already. And y'all, it's time for the headline news right here on News in Motion. Let's see. I see you, Kenny Stanley. He's also in the green room, so he's being real funny about now. Tracy says, let's see what Kenny has to say about all my team's winning this weekend. He's coming. He's coming. Hold your horses, girl. Hold your horses. He's coming. Y'all, whether you're watching live or the replays can now be found on YouTube or LinkedIn. We're trying to figure out how to keep the replays right here on Facebook. With all the changes of what I guess is now Meta, I don't think it's called Facebook anymore as of October. I'm not real sure, but we're trying to figure out all the new rules. So just work with me. But this is what I need y'all to do right now. I need all of y'all to hit that like button. Just hit the like button, hit the heart button, hit whatever it is, so that can shift our algorithm. That seemed to have worked last week. So just hit that. And if you feel like it, go ahead and hit a share and tell people to come hang out with us right here. And hopefully they'll find us and they can click right through your link. I see you, Kim Edmondson. Happy Monday to you as well. Y'all, if you're listening by audio, keep your eyes on the road. We had a young man write in. It was a high schooler, and they were headed to school or somewhere. I don't know where they were headed. And they were like, you have us cracking up. And they said, the guy said, I actually swerved. I said, you can't be doing that. I said, I will not be responsible for that. So, y'all, if you're listening by audio and you're driving somewhere, keep your eyes on the road. Just keep your eyes on the road. I see you, Judy Neal. Good morning to you. All right, y'all. I need to find out about some football stuff. So I'm going to ask Isaiah to bring Kenny Stanley in here so we can start talking. So come on in here, Kenny. Come on in here, Kenny. Y'all, Kenny kicked off his show on this past Saturday at 4:30. It was about 15 and 19 minutes. It was a great segment. But I'm sure, like me, many of you could not find his show. I don't know what's happening, but we're going to fix that. And I know there's a lot of prayer warriors on here. So if we would just pray, I believe we're going to start seeing this and the algorithm is going to work. I see you, Audrey Merrick. Good morning to you. All right. So, Kenny, before you get to the scores and all that stuff, everybody knows I live in Ohio. I am a Ohio State Buckeye fan. Yeah, Kim Edmondson, don't be swerving. Don't be swerving. I don't like that. I don't want to be responsible. Can you imagine these young kids saying, well, mom, well, dad, I'm watching news. I'm listening to News in Motion. No, I'm not going to be responsible for that. So Kenny, this is what I got to ask you. Ohio State Buckeyes, they're blowing people out the water. They're just blowing people out back to back. So they played Rutgers on Saturday, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. This is what I need to know. I need to know why it was considered. Let's not get to the fight yet. I want to know why it was considered unsportsmanlike conduct for them to fake the punt. My thing is, I don't care if you're 100 points ahead. If you see an opening, go for it. So can you
please, you just
don't get to the fight yet, but
just spoke to it.
Explain
you just spoke to it, Gail. From Little League all the way up into the pros, the punters are taught, even if it's not called, If it's not called a fake punt, the punters are taught. All kickers are taught. If you see an opening and you think you can get it, go get it. He did what he's been taught to do since he was probably 8, 9 years old. I see it. Nobody's there. Goodbye. Catch me if you can. It wasn't unsportsmanlike. It's an automatic. It's a muscle response. That's what you've been taught. That's what you've been taught, and that's what he did. It wasn't unsportsmanlike. I don't know what Cristiano was the
We
coach
ain't
from
there yet.
Rutgers.
We ain't there yet. Don't go there
Okay,
yet.
okay, but
I
no,
want
it
I
wasn't
want
unsportsmanlike. And I'm like you. As long as there's time on that clock, if I'm up 100, it's your job to stop me. If I'm up 100, I'm gonna keep going. I just that's just
and it was a beautiful thing.
yeah, it
Like
was beautiful.
even though we were kicking behind, I mean, all the way in, I jumped up like that's what I'm talking about. And then all of a sudden, let's go there. The Rudders player just clobbered the kicker, okay? And just not, I thought his helmet was going to come off and everything else. So then the Buckeyes was like, oh no, you not. So then they jump up, and then here comes the Rudders coach from across the field, ready to fight Coach Ryan
Right.
Day. I was like, oh no. But then Coach Day, he advanced. He was like, I'm ready for you. I was like, oh, it's about to be a go down. I wish somebody was a lip reader because I wanted to know those words. But explain all of this because this is at the end of the game almost.
It's at the end of the game. Soriano should be suspended because he came across the field. You don't come across the field unless you got an injured player across the field. You're supposed to stay on your sideline.
Okay.
He was the aggressor, so he needs to be suspended. I'm just putting it out there. If Ryan Day would have went across, I would say the same thing. Ryan Day, you need to be suspended. Ryan Day was on his sideline. Soriano, I don't know what he was thinking, but he came across the field like he was ready to do something. But like you said, Ryan Day was like, look, bro, this Buckeye Nation, we can throw these hands if you want to. So I wish I could have read the lips, but I couldn't. But I'm quite sure Soriano soon calmed down. Hey, you gotta check yourself. You gotta check
Now
yourself.
the Rudders player got ejected.
He got ejected. He's done for. He won't be able to play next week. I don't think.
Right. I was gonna say I thought it was the end of the game and then that next week. And now when the ref said, I'm a new learner here, I'm a beginner. When the ref called both coaches, but he did not eject them, he said it equaled out. What does that mean? Because I'm with you, the Rudders coach came across our side.
They called the same penalty on both coaches, even though Soriano was in the wrong. They just wanted to make it even. They evened it out and said both coaches were in the wrong. Well, Ryan Day wasn't in the wrong. I think Ryan Day's problem was the ref was trying to hold him back. But Ryan Day, he's a big man. You wasn't holding him back. Come across if you want to. Take your hands off of me. This is a fight. So take your hands off of me because he hit me and you holding me, I'm going to get you too. So
now, in the end, we can't leave people hanging. In the end, because the media was on them. Coach Day went across, met the other coach, whatever his name is, and he talked to him, and they seemed okay. But the other coach was like, "I ain't talking to you." But I had to give it up for Ryan Day, and part of me, y'all, this is my petty side. A part of me was like, "Stay mad, stay mad."
You have to show sportsmanship. You have to show sportsmanship, and I'm glad Ryan Day did what he did. Soriano, he's probably mad anyway because he used to be the defensive coordinator of Ohio State.
He was the head coach, right?
He was the defensive coordinator. If he'd have showed that much fire when he's a defensive coordinator, he may have still had a job. But well, bye-bye.
Kim Edmondson said I'm petty. All right, Kim Edmondson, whatever. But no, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna let you take it over. Give us the football scores, and I come back. I got a whole lot of news for y'all. So don't y'all go anywhere. But Kenny, I have to say this. That was a good game. We're blowing people out. But that end was like the most exciting thing. I don't know why I said, "Oh, does that mean I still have a fight in me?"
Yeah, you still got a fight in you. We got
Okay,
to
give us the scores. Thank you, Kenny.
play. Okay. All right, News and Motion family. Good morning. It's good to see y'all. Hope everybody had a good weekend. It was a big weekend in sports. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who was able to tune in and was able to find my kickoff show, Game Over, on YouTube. Like Gail said, hopefully the StreamYard part will be worked out this weekend. And we're gonna get this thing together so everybody can see it and and the show can be found. But I just want to say thank you to everybody. I want to thank for checking me out. Now let's run down these scores. Are the Georgia Bulldogs really the number one team in college football? Because they sure not playing like it. Missouri came in, wasn't joking this weekend, but Georgia pulled it off 26 to 22. But they're not looking like a number one team. Or is it that everybody's giving their best shot because they are the defending national champs? Uh, Number two, Alabama. They lost their quarterback, Bryce Young, but that didn't hinder them none. They handled their business and they beat Arkansas 49 to 26. Iowa's no match for that team up north. Boo. Michigan handled they top Iowa 27 to 14. Congratulations, Kim Edmondson. Your team won. Anyway, number five, Clemson. They handled North Carolina State 30 to 20. And you know I saved the best for last, but we already done talked about it. The Ohio State Buckeyes. They took Rutgers to the woodshed and beat them 49 to 10. Like we was talking about everybody, the talk after the game was Ryan Day and Soriano getting ready to get into it. But like I said, the kickers have been taught since they've been like 8 or 9 years old. If you see an opening, take it. There was nothing unsportsmanlike about it. Soriano, he's the king of the daggone trick play. And had it have been his player who did that, he'd have been okay. But now he upset because it happened to him. It's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So Soriano, uh, take your medicine. You got an L. In the NFL, it kicked off last Thursday. Kicked off the weekend last Thursday with the Cincinnati Bengals beating the Miami Dolphins 27 to 15. But the controversy in that game came when Miami quarterback Tua Tagovailoa was carted off the field from what is believed to be his second concussion in 4 days. They said last Sunday that it wasn't a concussion when he got hurt. It looked like dude got punched by Mike Tyson. He couldn't catch his balance. He was done. But they said it wasn't a concussion. They said it was his back and his ankle. You don't stumble around like that from a back or ankle. He was concussed. But whoever cleared him to come back into the game last Sunday was wrong. Then he turns around and plays Thursday, gets slung to the ground, hits his head again, and if you've seen the play, he seized up like he was having a seizure from a concussion. His hands and everything was locked up in a position. I thought he broke his hand, but he didn't. That came from him hitting his head. It was a neurological thing. And the doctor who cleared him Sunday to play and basically cleared him to play Thursday was fired. He should have been fired. The NFL need to get a hold of this, and they need to get a hold of this now. If you say that you got the players' health in mind, there should have been no way that Miami's quarterback should have been on the field Sunday when he got hurt in the first half and come out in the second half and play. And when he got hurt, and he shouldn't have been on the field Thursday. He should have been in concussion protocol, which gives him 2 weeks to recover. Uh, at 9 a.m. yesterday morning, the Minnesota Vikings took on the New Orleans Saints in London. I was at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was getting ready for church. I wasn't trying to watch no game, but the Vikings beat the Saints 28 to 25. The Browns lost to the Falcons 23 to 20. Eagles remained undefeated as they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 29-21. The Bills over the Ravens 23 to 20, and the Chiefs handled the Buccaneers last night 41 to 31. Tampa Bay doesn't look like Tampa Bay. I don't know what's going on. Brady's not playing like Superman. but it's just the first few games. So we'll see if they'll right the ship or not. But right now, they're not looking too good. How about them Cowboys? I couldn't wait to say that again. We beat Washington, our rival. I mean, like I said last week, it used to be the Redskins, but they changed the name to the Commanders. But it's the still same old Washington team. We smacked them last night, 25-10. Cooper Rush is now 4-0 as a starter, as a quarterback, but they're trying to say that there's no QB controversy. If Dak Prescott come back playing horrible, there's a controversy. Well, in Major League Baseball, the National League East champ title went to the Atlanta Braves. They finally wrapped it up. It took this weekend, but both teams are both in the playoffs. That the playoffs, I do believe, starts next Saturday. That's sports. Game over. Back to Gail for some more news.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Have a great day. We'll see you on Wednesday.
I see you Wednesday. All right.
All right. Peace out. All right, y'all. Again, hello, October. October came in on Saturday. This is day 3. And there are a couple of things I want to share with you as the awareness of October. It's not just National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's not just Domestic Violence Month, but there's National Cryptocurrency Month. That's what October is bringing in. National Economic Education Month, Adopt a Sheltered Dog Month, Bat Appreciation Month. I don't know who wants to get into that, but there's that. Caffeine Addiction Recovery Month. Did you know there was such a thing as Caffeine Addiction Recovery Month? Christmas Sale Campaign, which began on October the 1st and it will go to December 31st. Church Library Month, Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Dyslexia Awareness Month. We need to learn more about that. There's more conversation that needs to be around that. Eat Better, Eat Together Month. You know, if I'm going to eat better, I need to be by myself. Emotional Intelligence Awareness Month, Employee Ownership Month, Filipino American History Month, Financial Planning Month. Hello, Kim Edmondson. German American Heritage Month, Global Diversity Awareness Month, Halloween Safety Month, Head Start Awareness Month, Health Literacy Month, Home Eye Safety Month. All of this is in October. Italian American Heritage Month, International Walk to School Month. Y'all walk to school anymore? I don't see that happening. LGBT History Month, Long-Term Care Planning Month. There's more. I'll give more to you throughout this week. Let me give you the report. I see you, Cherie. Hello. What's up, Lori Wallace? Let me give y'all what's happening at the White House today. President and First Lady will travel to Puerto Rico to assess the damage there. On Wednesday, they will travel to Florida. They're waiting to try to see some of this flooding go away, but they will travel there on Wednesday. And on Friday, they will travel to Wilmington, Delaware, where he will remain over the weekend. He's probably like, I need a break. I need a good break. All right, y'all. New York Times is reporting soccer fans in Indonesia rushed the field after a professional soccer match on Saturday night, prompting the police to fire tear gas into a tightly packed crowd and setting off a stampede that killed at least 125 people, the local officials have said. The unrest prompted the police to fire tear gas, which caused panic. And they said during a news conference that 125 people are deceased, according to a spokesman for National Police, and there are reports that an additional 300 had been injured. The death toll has risen and fallen throughout the day. The police said earlier on Sunday, tolls may have counted some of the dead twice. So we're waiting to see a final count on that. I see you, Hester. All right, y'all. Pope Francis, AP is talking about this. Pope Francis on Sunday has made an appeal to Russian President Putin for a ceasefire. Pope Francis is imploring him to stop this spiral of violence and death in Ukraine and denouncing the absurd risk of the uncontrollable consequences of a nuclear attack as tensions sharply escalate over the war. As you all know, Putin is claiming some territory of Ukraine from a fake vote where people were forced to vote that Russia would control them. So there's a lot that's happening there, a lot. All right, y'all, today is the day. And that's why I got my pearls on the day. Y'all, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson takes her seat in the Supreme Court today as they begin to hear arguments. Somebody just put in the chat, that's what I'm talking about. Just put in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, y'all. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson sits in the seat, y'all. Hello, somebody. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all, there's a new justice on the bench. Hello, there's a new justice on the bench. Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first Black woman to serve to replace Stephen Breyer, who retired. She's not going to alter the political makeup of any type, but she is in the House. It's still a 6-3 in favor of conservatives, but y'all, she is in the House, and today is the day. It just brings me joy to know that she's walking up in there today. What's up, Deborah Johnson? Y'all, environmental regulations. Let me share this. The first case of the term kicking off today represents the challenge to the Clean Water Act, which allows the federal government to protect waterways from pollution. Tomorrow, somebody put in there tomorrow. Somebody put in there tomorrow. Tomorrow, y'all, this will set a precedent. This will set a precedent. Tomorrow, they will be hearing arguments when it comes to voting rights. They will hear the arguments in the case on racial gerrymandering in Alabama. Y'all, even though it may not be your state, this is going to set the precedent. Okay, listen to me. So they're hearing this. It could weaken, y'all, this could weaken the landmark of Voting Rights Act of 1965, which protects the democratic rights of Black people and other minorities. Y'all, this is serious. This is serious. I don't know why I get a kick out of this, but I'm going to just show y'all. Those of you watching audio, just jump on YouTube to see this later. But y'all, I was able to pull up the argument stuff. Yeah, I was able to pull it up. So I have that. And then I also have the hearing list. And this should be on their website sometime later today or tomorrow where you can see it as well. But it talks about the first court convenes at 10 a.m. and then the afternoon arguments will begin at 1 p.m. Y'all, the justices is so, they have Honorable Chief Justice John G. Roberts Jr., Honorable Clarence Thomas, Honorable Samuel A. Alito Jr. It just goes down, but I wanted to get to this name, Honorable Ketanji Brown Jackson. She's on here. Then it talks about the officers of the court, and then it gives the entire hearing list. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It gives the entire hearing list, and it gives the time and the days. Also affirmative action, the legality of race-conscious admissions programs at Harvard and UNC will be deliberated on October 31st. And then many corporate giants, including Apple, Meta, Google, Starbucks, support the universities. If you are interested in attending, you can. If you're in the DC area, you can. For the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic began, members of the public will be able to attend the oral arguments. And y'all, it's just amazing because when they attend, and there's word out there that the Black people, the Black voters are going to show up in numbers to support the Honorable Ketanji Brown Jackson. So I wanted to make sure you did get that in the hearing list. So y'all, tomorrow's huge. Tomorrow is huge with voting rights. It's huge. And many of us, y'all, these are the things that are on the ballot. This is on the ballot. Y'all, just so that you know, I pulled this as well. I wanted to start giving you all this information, so pay attention, please. If you have pen and paper, write this down. Y'all, the midterm elections, it's already happening. It's already happening in many states. Early voting has already started. In the end of September, Minnesota, your early voting has already started. South Dakota, your early voting has started. Virginia, your early voting has started. Wyoming, Illinois, and Michigan, your early voting has already began. Coming up for this month in October, Maine, your voting will start October the 9th. California, October the 10th. Montana, October the 11th. New Mexico, October the 11th, Arizona, October the 12th, Indiana, October the 12th, Ohio, October the 12th, Georgia, October the 17th, Iowa, October the 19th, Kansas, October the 19th, Rhode Island, October the 19th, Tennessee, October the 19th, North Carolina, October the 20th. Yes, I'm reading all of these. Washington, October the 21st. Massachusetts, October the 22nd. Nevada, October 22nd. Arkansas, Colorado, Idaho, South Carolina, and Texas. Yours are all October the 24th. I'll give those again. Arkansas, Colorado, Idaho, South Carolina, Texas. All of you are October 24th. Hawaii, October the 25th. Missouri, October the 25th. Louisiana, October 25th, Utah, October 25th, West Virginia, October the 26th, Maryland, October 27th, Delaware, October 28th, Florida, October 29th, New Jersey, October 29th, New York, October 29th. When we get to November, I'll give you those dates. Now, these states varies by location. Alaska, North Dakota, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Vermont, and Wisconsin. When I say varies by location, I'm talking about your voting location, your voting zip code or zone, as they call it. So I'm going to share these off and on over and over again. But in Minnesota, South Dakota, Virginia, Wyoming, Illinois, Michigan, you can begin voting. Now, this is something we also need to talk about. There's no reason why these are all different dates. We should all be able to start voting at the same time. We should all be able to end our voting at the same time. It should not fluctuate here or there. It should be consistent over and over and over again. This is why we vote. This is why we vote. What's up, Misha? That's my niece. This is why we vote. This is so important. TikTok is on the forefront as well. TikTok, Associated Press is reporting that voting teenagers are taking TikTok by storm, and more candidates are being forced to come onto TikTok to meet their constituents. Wade Herring, who's a Democrat running for Congress in Georgia, he now has his videos up on TikTok. And when he goes out and about, the young people are saying things to him. So he's real excited about that. He is 63 years old, a Savannah attorney. He said there's proof of the ability to reach young voters on the platform TikTok. Now, y'all, a year and a half ago, people really thought it was about dance and videos, but it has flipped. Many of the candidates are saying young voters aren't watching CNN, CNN or MSNBC or Fox. They're getting their information on TikTok. So guess what, y'all? Yours truly has joined TikTok. The one thing I've been fighting over and over and over again, but I'm cheating. No, I want y'all to know I'm cheating. The reels that I put on Instagram, I then download them and I upload them to TikTok. So there's information there. I don't know how to work it yet. If you see me, friend me, I'll friend you back, whatever. But the thing is to get this information out to the young people as well. So all the high schoolers who told me to do this, I'm doing it, as well as Adrian. Adrian's been pushing me to do it. Now, Rob Portman, who is retiring, Republican Ohio, during a hearing last month on the national security implications, I can't even get it out, of social media, says he has serious concerns about the opportunities that the Chinese Communist Party has access to TikTok's data on American users. So there's some stuff that's happening there. Jeffrey Payne on YouTube said, "Go, Gail. Listen, I was fighting it all the way." Okay. Misha says, "Yes, substance. I finally watched that clock app." It's like, oh my gosh. So yes, that's happening on TikTok. So we have Rob Portman who's saying he has serious concerns. Now, the truth is, it is a undeniable reach. They have come to find that TikTok is consumed by 2/3 of Americans' teens. And out of that 2/3 of American teens, they believe it's about half of them are eligible voters. A number that has risen as other platforms has lost popularity, such as Facebook, Meta, whatever you want to call it. It's the world's most downloaded app and the second most visited website after Google. So that is happening, y'all. Now, Talk the Vote. There was an organization called Talk the Vote in that started a 2020 voter registration and engagement on TikTok, which saw the vast majority of teenage voters register to vote. So it is making a serious impact. It is making a serious impact. So, y'all, Hurricane Ian, at least 76 people are reported dead from Hurricane Ian's aftermath, including 30 in the Fort Myers area and 4 in North Carolina. More than 800,000 are without power still today in affected regions, and that's Associated Press reporting. Now, y'all, Central Florida floodwaters continue to rise after the storm hit, and that's coming from News 4 Jack. So that's information we want to share with you. For those of you who pre-ordered the book Inspire, you should have received a email from me on yesterday. Remember, my editor lives in that area. She's back in the area, but not back in her home. So there's going to be a delay in getting that book out. I hope all of you will extend your grace and patience as we work through that. We were in the second draft, almost towards that final draft, ready to hit that deadline of October 15th, October 20th of the release. But now we're looking like the end of November. If anyone is upset about that and you want your money back, just email me and I'll make sure you get your money back. But understand, if you decide to buy it later, it will no longer be at that pre-order price. The price is going up like $10 this Friday. So just wanted to let you know that. So that's an unforeseen circumstance. We do apologize, but that is completely outside of our control. She said she would try to work. I said, listen, get your house back together first. See where you are there. We're okay. We're okay. Inspire. Just think, by the time you get it, we can all start on January 1st, because it's 365 days worth of devotionals there. So please, 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 we do apologize, but there's nothing we could do about that. All right, y'all, for today's inspirational message, stop fixing it. Stop fixing it. Just stop fixing it. You know, it could be that we're damaging it when we want to continue to fix it. At some point, we have to let go and allow God to do what He's doing. Stop trying to fix it. Even if it's broken, just be still for a moment. Stop trying to fix it. Maybe God is teaching you to go with the flow and let Him work out what needs to be worked out, if it needs to be worked out. If it needs to be worked out. And Kim Edmondson, thank you for that. It's not our fault. It really isn't. Talking about the book, it's not our fault. Before I go back to stop fixing, I do want to speak to that, Kim. Someone asked me, could I go to another editor? And I was like, I've been to her for all 14 books. No, I cannot go to another editor. I'm sure I could, but we would have to start all over again, which would actually take a longer process. So that person requested their money back. So I did send that money back to them. They ordered a book and they wanted it back because they wanted to use, I guess, for a gift for Christmas, which I told her it would still be back before Christmas. But it's okay. It's okay. I understand. When you put a pre-order out there, you're expecting something at a certain date. But we did not expect Hurricane Ian to displace them out of their home. So thank you, Kim, for saying that. So Back to stop fixing it. So even with that, that's a great example. Thanks, Kim, for putting it out there. Even with that, um, you're trying to fix. I could sit here and be trying to fix. How can I get this book out earlier? How can I get this book out still on time? Why? I'm just making it worse. I'm prolonging a process. I'm changing hands of somebody who knows the way I write, who knows the way I talk, who has been with me since 1999. So 23 years. There's no way I'm a shift from that at this moment. It's called grace. It's called, well, God will release this book when it's time. God will release this book when it's ready. Who knows? Maybe He's doing something different there, and it's okay. See, if we try to fix things, sometimes we may make it worse than just letting it be, than just letting it run its course. For those of us who've been talking about our hair, we try to fix it, and maybe we're making it worse. Maybe we're ingesting too many vitamins. Maybe we're using too many different products. Maybe too many different people are touching our hair. Stop fixing it. Let it run its course. Those of us who are going through this up and down health thing, well, maybe we're doing so many different diets, trying so many different things that our bodies are just off. Stop fixing it. Maybe those of us who are wanting to see our business soar, and we're going to this coach and that coach and the other coach and to this webinar, to that webinar. And God is like, what are you doing? What happened to the words I gave you? Misha says, when we let go, things fall into place. There it is right there. Deborah said, let go and stop fixing it. God's got it. There it is right there. Lori says they didn't want to be inspired. God's inspiration is always right on time. That right there. Hester says it's God's plan. He may see something ahead that's protecting you. That right there. Stop trying to fix it. Stop trying to fix it. I'm gonna go deeper. Relationships. We try to fix things. And God is like, you're making it worse. Just be still. Just be quiet. Take your hands off on it of it. I can't work it because you keep interfering with the process that I'm leading you through. We try to fix our job. We try to fix our home. We try to fix stuff. And God's like, that's not the assignment I've given to you. I've given you the assignment to be still and to know that I am God. Y'all stop fixing it. Stop fixing it. Stop fixing it. All right, y'all. Tomorrow. Tuesday, it's on the ballot. It's on the ballot. There's a lot we have to cover tomorrow. It's not our Wednesday workshop, but hear me, it's a lot that we have to cover tomorrow. Come ready to take notes. Come ready to learn. Come ready to make the connection and to hear and to understand. Y'all, there's so much that God is downloading, and I'm seeing it, and I'm excited about it. I'm so excited about it. I don't know what's next for any of us, but I know that God knows the plans He has for us. They're plans to prosper us, to give us a hope and a future. One thing for sure, they are not plans for destruction. No. It's for a hope and a future. And I'm excited about it. Y'all, here's a side note. Many of you now know that Trevor Noah has already put out there that he's not going to return back to Comedy Central. I guess at the end of the season, I don't know if that's December or June, what that year contract is. Y'all going to laugh at me. I actually said, what's up, Pastor Alex? How you doing? How's you and Laura? How's everything there? Y'all, one thing, I'm going to tell y'all this. I was telling my husband yesterday, I said, wonder if I can apply for Trevor Noah's position. Y'all, seriously, I said, they probably need a Black female. I cut up, we have fun. What if they would look at the news of News and Motion and say, let's put her in the slot here for Trevor Noah with Comedy Central. See, y'all, what we could do, I'm being real funny, y'all. What we could do, we could send videos to Comedy Central or to Trevor Noah. We can take these News and Motion videos and send them and say, what about her? What about her? I'm joking. I'm really joking. But when I saw that, I said, he's leaving. I could take his spot. We have fun. We laugh. I said, I could do that. Listen, God knows the plans that He has. All right, y'all, that's all I have for today. Again, thank you for supporting Kenny Stanley. He rocked it on Saturday. He rocked it. Now, y'all, this live is going to disappear, but I'm going to try to figure out how to bring it back for the replay. I don't know what Meta's doing, but we got to fix it. So if y'all pray with me, because there are people, I have people in Oregon who watch this when they get up, and they was like knocking down my inbox saying, where is it? Where are you? Didn't you go live today? There are people in California. There are people in Arizona. There are people in the state of Washington. There are people in Canada looking for News in Motion, and it disappeared on Thursday. And when I read it, live events, once it's over, is gone. So I don't know what's happening, what they're doing, but let's hope that we can find it and keep it on the wall. All right, y'all, that's all I have. That's all I have. Yes, you too, Deborah. Have a good week. I see you, Diane Ladybug. All right, let me get out of here, y'all. I'm out. Y'all know what I say. Stay well. And remember, make some bold moves. I'm out.